Hi friends, it's Allison. Welcome back to AJ's Inspired Life. Welcome back to my messy desk. If you've been following along, I went through my scrap drawer. Now, I don't know when these videos are going to post, so they might be out of order, but I have about 3 things going on my desk right now, so I thought I would clear up this one, okay? So, went through the scrap drawer. It took me like an hour. I thought it would be like a 10-minute thing. Of course, it took a whole hour, so that was a whole video. But I did pull some scraps. This was something I wanted to do. These are not the scraps I thought I would end up using, but you know how that goes, right? Your creativity or energy, whatever. So let's see. I found this in my stash. It's from like a Flow book. I think it was on here. Yeah, Flow, the paper book, not the official paper book, but the other book that I have. Anyway, I found this and I thought I'm not going to use it for like journaling per se or whatever. I thought we might as well just use it as, a background, a masterboard background type thing. Here are some papers I happened to pull. Again, not what I thought I was going to pull yesterday, but we're going to glue. So let's hang out and glue a bit, shall we? Now, oh gosh, okay, that's going in that pile. I have a pile right here of papers I want to use for fall because you guys, like, tomorrow's November. Today's Halloween. Happy Halloween for those who celebrate. Wah! I'm so excited. I have like 5 outfits on my bed. I don't know what I'm wearing to the gym tonight. So I've been trying them on and figuring them out. Let's see, I have my Hocus Pocus mug. Yes, I have my Halloween leggings on, but not my Halloween sweater. I have like an old, anyway. Little bit of coffee in the morning does the soul good. So every class is wearing costumes. They're posting them, right? And then there's winners. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna wear. I'm kind of waiting to see. I don't know. I got to look at the workout again, but I think I'm down to like 2. I have, they've got to be mobile. Like you got to, oh my gosh, Allison, please. You got to be able to move, right? You got to be able to work out in the outfit. Although I did see one this morning from my dear friend. Oh my gosh, I love her so much. She went as CrossFit Barbie. And she's in a Barbie box, like she's in the toy box. And I was like, girl, I know you didn't work out in that. So, but some of the costumes today are hilarious. So the main coach is like, now, okay, so here, let me just stop my brain. Hold on one second. I normally tear these, and do like glue pages, right? You've seen these before. Okay, here's my glue book or glue pages in here. So I think I'm gonna tear. Yeah. My thought was, I've never made one. I mean, never's a strong word. I don't remember making one that has all straight edges. Like, so I'm wondering, that was my intention when I started this whole project yesterday. I mean, should we make some straight edges? Why not? I don't know. Let's see what we get if we can straighten up some of these edges. I mean, they don't all have to be. Do you guys make masterboards with straight edges or rip? See, that to me is gorgeous, but we're going to let it go for today. The problem is, like, normally I just like to, rip these, and this is going to take... I'm not in the mood. I got to be honest with you, that I'm just assessing my energy right now and like where... What am I doing? I'm putting my cutter like where it doesn't go. I don't want to cut all these. Follow your energy, Allison. We're gonna make some pieces. Okay, we're just gonna create like this because that's what my brain's saying feels good right now. So we're gonna do that. I mean, they all have straight edges, I think, now that I sheared that one up. So we'll see what we get. How about that? Now, I'm also inclined to not randomly, that's the wrong word, I normally kind of work through pieces, but I feel like we're gonna do this a little different today. And I'm gonna glue some pieces kind of like around. What could go wrong, right? Nothing can go wrong. It's paper and glue. Yeah, I know. So we will do that. And then I think I'm gonna, I don't know where I have you. Let's see where I have you. You got me. Okay. You have all the mess. And then we'll cut it apart and use it for stuff, you know? I mean, I say that, you just saw my pile that I don't cut up and use for anything, so. For whatever reason, see the folds, and I don't want to, I don't want to use those folds necessarily, although I may end up, I don't know what I'm doing. How about that? I don't want to necessarily cut, because that I could have just cut the pieces into 3. I think I'd like some different pieces, but it's a pretty significant fold. So it may dictate. Now this is a very specific piece, so I'm going to leave it for right now. And sometimes I kind of work my way from left to right. So we'll do that. What do I mean by that? Like, I use this piece, I'm going to move it over to my right, okay? And then I'll glue some of these on. If you're new here, welcome. If you are not new, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. You know that this is not my color palette. And so, but it's so fun just to create with things that, especially today. Today I'm feeling spooky and like fall, and like this is summer, spring. I don't even know what this is. This is Easter, right? I don't know. And so it's interesting, but I think I pulled them because I didn't want to use them, maybe. I don't know. We're gonna see. So this is where I get a little, see the rough edge? I like the rough edge over the straight edge. So I like that more, and I'm gonna even move it a little bit more because this fold is right here. So I think we'll do something like that. Do you guys have a process when you make a masterboard or a glue page or whatever you want to call this for you? I don't know where I want. I'm not feeling that. So I think I want like this piece. I mean, do you paint yourself into a corner? Do you start at the corners and work your way in? What do you do? What do you do? All right, I'll make these little piles. Here's another piece of pink. Go figure. Go figure. Move that over there. This is nice, actually, because it's thin paper. It's much easier to work with than some of this is like cardstock, so you can just tell how it rips, right? But yeah, so if you celebrate Halloween, what do you do? our kids are grown and away in college. I got a picture from my son this morning with his Halloween shirt on, wearing it to class. And my daughter did not send me pictures yet of the costume party, but they had a party like over the weekend that she went to. It's middle of the week, so not super exciting. I will say my son's girlfriend is the one who's showing up in full force and went to a party. Well, went to like a weekend thing, and every day was a different costume. I don't know. So dang cute. So cute. Loved them all. And so I appreciate, I love the pictures, right? So, but it's not too exciting. So we don't have trick-or-treaters here. I know I've said that 100 times on my channel, because we live away from, like, it's far, like, and it's hard to walk around, if that makes sense. And so the neighborhoods here, I don't know what neighborhoods, like we're in a neighborhood, but anyway, it doesn't matter. There's places people go to trick or treat, and the people that live in those neighborhoods are amazing, and they do not care. I know when we lived in California, people cared a lot. Like people would bring in, kids from other neighborhoods, if you will. That's not what it's like here. These people love it, and they decorate the whole neighborhood. It's so fun. And a lot of the people are out like in their driveways. Like you don't have to go to the door necessarily. Like they're out in their driveways with like bonfires and, fire pits, I guess, and handing out goodie bags, and all the parents are walking around and socializing, and it's super, super fun. Hate this piece of paper. Okay. And there's all the like trunk or treats at churches or that sort of thing too. So obviously on the weekend there's been stuff going on, but I mean specifically for tonight, there are like trunk or treats, I guess, for families to go to if you don't want to go to a neighborhood type thing. So I know when my kids were young, we used to do a trunk or treat, I think the Friday before Halloween, if it wasn't on Halloween, but anyway, at the school. And that was a blast because parents would obviously decorate their trunks, and the kids and we'd bring in all the cars, and it covered the entire playground. It was so fun. And yeah, hand out little goodies. So, and then parents could donate, like if you didn't want to decorate your trunk, you would just donate candy or goodies or whatever to the school, and the school would distribute those to the families that brought their trunks, right? And so like you could still participate even if you didn't want to be there, or if you didn't want to decorate your car, so yeah, again, I don't want this is where I get stuck on these. That's gonna be fine. That's gonna be fine. All right. Already don't like all my colors. I really want to do a fall one today. I think we're gonna end up doing that, but these got picked out of the scrap drawer, and so we're just gonna use them. They will make great like cards for Happy Mail, however we use this, right? It'll be perfect. Oops, this is actually 2 pieces that I'm cutting. All right. So yeah, do you guys dress up? If so, like what as? Do you go full tilt boogie? I mean, we haven't been to like a true Halloween party. I can't even remember. I mean, there were some years, right? Where the parents dressed up also. We haven't done family costumes like since, babies. But even so, my kids always wanted to be their own thing, which I completely honor. They're always super creative and love it. So it's one of my favorite holidays, I think, for that reason, honestly, because it always involves so much creativity and like expression of themselves and their excitement over creating costumes. And yeah, I don't know. I just love it. So I think it's fun. And I know some people don't celebrate Halloween for a multitude of reasons, and that's completely, you know, good for you. That's completely fine too. So I think there's something for everyone, but I enjoy a good costume. And here's what I don't enjoy. Here, I'll be really honest with you, because I love this holiday. Here's what I don't enjoy is going out of the house today and seeing people. And like, well, it's actually like today doesn't bother me as much, but like in the weeks leading up to it, specifically this last week, I would say, but some of the stores have been doing it for a while. But sometimes I don't like going out and like not knowing if someone's in a costume or not, if that makes sense. I know that sounds really weird. Yeah, that's, I mean, I'm like, is that their outfit or is that a costume? Like, I don't know. And either's fine, and I don't know why I'm uncomfortable with it. Yeah, for whatever reason, I'm like, ooh, do you wear that every day? Or is that because it's Halloween season? I don't know. Today, it's just full tilt boogie, right? Today, it's just like whatever people are wearing. I'm like, yeah, good for you. Tomorrow, if people still have whatever, right? And I'm here for the, like, do your own thing and stuff. Some of it's like, I don't know how to explain it. Like borderline, I can't tell if it's real or not. Like, I love it when people express their creativity through their dress, but some of it I'm like, I don't know. It's weird. I know I'm not explaining it well, but anyway. Oh, well, and I also really specifically don't like, but I know you guys know this if you've been here, but I don't like the spooky, scary stuff. Like at all. Like I don't want spooky, scary stuff coming towards me, or yeah, in my general vicinity, quite frankly. I don't like the I don't know, strobe light, haunted house, all of that. Just don't invite me. I'm fine. I mean, I say that, but I'm like kind of hurt still. They were all talking like they had the best time this weekend and they went to this haunted house and everything. I'm like, oh, that would have been fun. And I was like, no, it wouldn't. Like they didn't even invite me, which, because they know, they're like, what are you talking about? You hate those. I was like, I know that. Like, but yeah. Like, and now I wouldn't go. I wouldn't even go and like stand outside. Like, absolutely not. So anyway, even when the kids were young, they always wanted to go to Not Scary Farm because we lived in Southern California, and that's just not my night to take the kids. I'm here for it, you guys. I take the kids everywhere. I was always the parent that's like, yeah, I'll drive. You can come to our house. You can do whatever you want. I'm here. Not that night. That night, it's like I will literally pay someone to take my children because no, and no, not gonna do it. So. All right, so now we have an edge, and now we work our way into the middle. Is that, oh, we still don't even have an edge. I'm just like jibber jabbering and don't even have enough paper for today. That's okay. We're gonna just keep going. I really don't even like it yet, so I'm struggling a little bit. Like I said, I don't like the papers I chose. That would probably be important, but it's just not the right season for these colors. But that's okay. Like I said, it's gonna make a great you know, postcard. Oops. Happy Mail postcards. Normally I cut these up and make them into my mailers, so we can do that. But we're gonna have to pull some more paper, I think. I think. I also like them if you limit your palette, right? Your color palette, which I mean, I obviously haven't done on this one, but or even if you limited your source of like 3 to 4 things, right? That would get you enough repeating patterns. This glue sometimes is a little forgiving and sometimes it's not. Like I kind of want to ooch this under there, but that's not going to go. Okay, I think we'll make a big long piece here. And we'll just have to decide. You guys, I'm so sorry I don't have my microphone or my earpiece in. I'm not joking. I can't find it. And I don't, I only have one that I like to use down here, my ear things. Well, that's not true. I had two. I have one that I put away somewhere very safe a while ago and haven't found it since. So, but my other ones that I like to wear down here, I know what happened. Like and so, I just have to find them. I just don't know where they are. I have other ones upstairs, but they're, I don't know. They're Bluetooth. It's hard to explain. I don't know. They're Bluetooth, but they still plug in, if that makes sense. I don't know. So I don't want to use those. Moral of the story, I don't want to use those. Which is why I'm still a little disconnected from you here. If it's hard to hear my voice, I do apologize. So, whoops. All right, what would you guys use this folio for? I don't know. Is that the right word for this thing? Folio? This trifold cardstock thing. Would you use it as is? Like, would you use it as this piece for part of your journal, maybe? I mean, the back side's fun. Look at that side. We could have used that somehow. I actually probably should have glued on the other side, and then when I flipped it over, this side would have been blank to write on, because when I use them as cards, I cover the other side in like writing paper, right? Like on the back. And so I can, so if I were thinking, I would have collaged on this side and left this side empty. All right, this, I don't know why it's in here. This is a cool piece of packaging. I'm not going to use it for this. It's super thick cardstock that came off of, well, like I said, packaging. So let's see, what do we want to do up here? Do we want a piece of that? Maybe, or a piece of, oh, look at all the pink. Egads, Allison, what are you doing? What are you doing? Some of you are like, oh, I love those that paper. Just not my color palette. I don't know a way to explain it. What colors are these? What season of paper? Is this like, you know how they're like, you're a winter or you're a whatever? Paper has that, right? I mean, I know cool colors and warm colors. Is it seasonal? I mean, really just based on the season? No, that wouldn't make sense, because I know this month for some of you is not the same for some of us. Well, that made sense, Allison. You know, weather-wise and stuff. So when I think of autumn and fall, I think of warm, rustic colors and fall leaves. Well, fall leaves, even that, right? That's very subjective. And I know some of you have, it's spring, like this month right now, and you have the opposite weather that we do. So, which I honestly find amazing. I mean, not amazing like unbelievable, but like cool amazing, right? They can go to different parts of the planet at the exact same day and have a completely different experience, like the opposite, right? I mean, I know it makes sense. I'm just saying it's a wonderful thing. I guess we'll do this here. All right. So, what we don't know is what my dear husband is wearing to work out tonight. So that will be interesting. He's not a big dresser upper. And it's not like I have any plan of winning. Like, I know one of the other guys last night totally has this amazing costume. Like, he wouldn't even show it to us. He was only showing it to people who weren't going to be at tonight's class. And yeah, and so they were like, oh my gosh. And like I was like, wait, I want to see it. He's like, you can't see it until tomorrow. I was like, dang it. But yeah, so well, see, I already glued that kind of down. That's what I don't like. Maybe next time we'll start in the middle. Like that. Okay. This is very bright. Very bright, Allison, very bright. Let's not be so shiny. I do think, only because my brain likes it, we'll put like 3 pieces on this at least. It's not going to matter, right? Because it's not like you're going to see the whole thing, the composition of it all. So, but for right now, my brain's like, please put another one on here. We're going to just do it, you guys. I'm just being super random, which is somewhat dangerous in this glue system world we live in. Here's some little butterflies. Don't match at all. Yeah, so see the edges. I really like the edges. And I guess I also usually end up kind of Mod Podging this. So I guess we don't have to stick down. See the edges? If they're up, then you can tuck something under it, as opposed to, you know, I just flatten this whole thing down. I mean, it's all fine. It's all fine. It's not like, yeah, never mind. All right. There is way entirely too much pink on this page. Let me draw another piece of pink. Yeah, that's great, Allison. Okay, let's go back to some of this. Maybe this will make me happy. Get a little bit more neutral gray on here. Is that even a thing, neutral gray? All right. I will say I went to the hardware store the other day. Oh gosh, I'm trying to fix this stupid thing under my sink, and nobody has the part I need. And so in doing so, I walked past the paint, you know, counter, and I always like to look at the paint cards. I hate taking, I know they're free, but like, it's like not what they're intended for, if that makes sense. But I took one. And so then it was like choosing, right? Like, and I ended up choosing a black one, which I put in my journal because it's Halloween, right? And so that's why I chose kind of the dark grays. But I was like, I can't believe, I don't know what you would paint this color. Like, okay, so see, I have a butterfly here and a butterfly here. So I'm not going to do that, just in case. I don't know what I'm actually cutting, like the size I'm actually cutting. So I'll put this guy over here. Like all the different shades of gray. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like, I wonder what people paint all these colors. As I was looking at them, you know, there's all the oranges and all the obviously purples and then the grays. I was kind of like in the Halloween mode, and I was like, I wonder what people do paint some of these like really vibrant colors. Our house is not like that at all. It's very neutral, and the walls at least, right? And so I was like, that'd be interesting to see what people use these different colors of paint for. I know I'm pretty close on this one. I see this right here, but we're gonna do that. Oh, come on, get in there. Yeah, and then I'll shorten it a little bit. All right, so I like the gray. It's mellowing this out a little bit. All right, so that's good. We'll go back and use, I guess, some more of the black flour. And I feel like we need some like up here. You guys, I cannot believe tomorrow is November. I just, yeah. Yeah, crazy. The year is, I know we say it every month. It's not unbelievable. I know that's an overused word. But I said I can't believe, so it's kind of the same thing. I mean, I can believe it. I'm just always surprised. I'm always, so. We are headed out of town for a week, you guys. I don't even want to speak it. I don't even want to speak it. If you know, you know. Yeah, our son is sailing in nationals, and so we're headed down to watch that. And then we're going to stay for the week and celebrate our anniversary and all sorts of stuff. So, okay, this is fun. Now, I love this piece of paper. I'm thinking. I'm going to put them in the fall. Now, I am going to use this little piece. Maybe I'll save it up here in my little special pile of little bits, because I only have a little bit of that. And then I think I'm gonna, do that. And it doesn't look like the elephant anymore. And it will give us kind of a cool design right there. Now, we may not be so lucky with the legs, but see, that's kind of cool. You can see it if you look for it, but we can fix that as well. All right. You guys, I don't know if I know I showed you in one of my videos. I'm not too sure if it's posted yet or not, but we had the most beautiful deer, like literally outside my window when I stood up to push film. They were like looking at me like startled. We had a gigantic wolf in our backyard. He was stunning, absolutely stunning. And we have not seen a wolf in our backyard. So he was on our stairs, not our deck stairs, but we have stairs going down to the fire pit. And he was down there, and I was like, I called my husband, I'm like, oh my gosh, come look. And I mean, he is gorgeous. So that's kind of fun. We don't have a dog anymore, as you know, and we don't have to worry about, because we don't have any fences where we live. And so, like, I can't, like, I don't have to worry about letting a dog out in the backyard and it, the wolf getting it or something. We don't have chickens. We can't have any of that. So whatever he was hunting for and whatever, I hope he found, and he's living a happy life. And then, well, when we came out to the car, gosh, yesterday? No, 2 days ago, there was a giant deer. The man, with the horns. Oh my God. Okay, brain, please turn on. Activate brain. What do you call the man deer? Oh my gosh, you guys are gonna give me heck for this. Okay, whatever that was, it was in our driveway. like like I was bothering him. He was just walking, he was eating and then walked across. I literally just stood there. I was like, "Hello, friend." Like and then he meandered up the road, just like in the middle of the road, just yeah, having a good day. Oh my God. Buck. 2-point buck. Maybe he was a 1. I don't know what he was. I think he had 2. But anyway, gorgeous. A big fellow. Like had some girth to him, if you know what I'm saying, okay? That's yeah. And so I was like, "Oh my gosh, what a magical." So we we texted my daughter because they went hunting last weekend and didn't find anything. And my husband's like, "Maybe you should just come home and sit on the front porch." I'm like, "You can't shoot them here anyway." So that's why they're here. But I was laughing. He was stunning, like just magnificent to look at though. So, and I was sad the other day because when I was driving, I saw one, well, traffic stopped and I was like, "What's going on?" Because it's like a 2-lane, road, and traffic was stopped. I was like, "Uh-oh, accident or something." And no, there was a giant deer running down the road, but he looked frightened. I don't know another word, not that I specialize in animal emotions, but he looked kind of frightened, like he was spooked. And he was literally running down the middle of the road. Normally they kind of dash across, right, into the trees, the foliage, whatever. And he was just like, when dogs get lost and they're just in that running mode, like anyway, that's what it felt like to me. And it was so sad because one of his antlers was like hanging, and I felt like, oh God, I think he got hit, and he was like then spooked and adrenaline, and now he's running down the road type thing. And my husband was like, "No, I mean the antler, at least he said that's normal, like they shed them or whatever. That's what we hear them at night. We hear them at night against the trees and stuff." Anyway, so I hope he was okay and that he didn't get hit. I know people try really hard and sometimes it's just unavoidable, obviously, but so yeah. Oh, so I'm looking, I almost put this here, but I feel like that's pretty close and it could wind up in the same. So I have one here, here, and here. I guess we'll tuck this one maybe over here. Yeah, so anyway, I just love the wildlife, and I just, it's so cool to see so much of it. I obviously didn't grow up that way, and I'm very, very grateful when we get the opportunity to see it. Okay, so I'm trying to put some of these pieces not just perpendicular, right? So it kind of mixes it up a little bit. I know I haven't done it much, but that's the thought on that. I am not happy with this at all. So I'm going to turn it over so I can get a little bit different view. And we're going to have to pull some more paper is what we get to do. I will add a little bit more of this yellow, and I'm going to, obviously this one I tore this way. This one I'm going to tear this way so we get a little bit different design, right? And we'll add, oh, the back's just a solid yellow. I mean, oops, fun, but not as fun, right? I think we'll just do that. And I don't know. I mean, that's kind of a big piece. We'll do that. Okay. So, what else? What else? Let's see. What else to tell you guys? I'm officially unemployed. I'm waiting. I'm not going to use this piece, so we're going to let that go. And this is out here, but not for this, although we certainly could. Well, maybe that would be fun to add a little bit of neutral. I guess I'll leave it out for that reason. I guess I'd like some more blue flower. Yeah, so for those of you following along, I gave my notice at my job like 5 weeks ago now. I gave 4 weeks notice because I had another job offer, and like I didn't just quit my job, but so I had another job offer, and then we're just still waiting. We're still waiting on like my background clearance and security and everything to clear. And so um now I'm like, oh shoot, I'm a little nervous, and we're going out of town next week. Um yeah, so we'll see. Let's see. I have like 3, 2, 2. I don't know. I don't know. Let's just put it right. I don't know. Let's put it this way. I'm literally thinking if I cut on this line, like I would get kind of a little bit and a little bit, and it gives me enough room to put something else right here. So, yeah, so that's exciting. Although, yeah, so it took me about a week. Well, it did take me a week to close out everything at my job. And so, do you think I've had one day of relaxation, or like, no, I have not. It seems weird. I know. I've officially been off work, well, for over a week, but it took me a week to be done. So what does that mean? On Monday, I went in last week. On Monday, I went in and cleaned out my whole office, like all the logistics and stuff. And I'm trying to maneuver this where it may not end up in the same card, but it's going to be what it's going to be. We don't know yet. We're going to flip it over and cut it, and it's going to be a surprise is what it's going to be. So we're going to put that maybe like that. I do like that blue flower quite a bit, and I think we'll add one like up here. So Monday I did that. What did I do Tuesday? Something, I don't know, some other business, something like I didn't finish my work is what I didn't do. Wednesday, I don't know. It just took me forever. Took me forever is what it did. I was trying to figure out and close out some specific things like on my charts and referrals, that sort of thing. And so it just took longer than, yeah. And so Thursday I went in, had lunch at the office. I was done with, well, Wednesday I worked on notes all day. Thursday I went in, had lunch, turned in all my stuff, key, whatever. And then I still couldn't be signed out of my password. And so I still had to do one more note, basically. I really like this, and I think I'm going to use it. I was going to use it for something else. See how I glued these on here? Nope, I'm going to use it for something else. Okay, I'm just looking literally like what's on my desk. Otherwise, we got to pull some more scraps. I'm kind of over these scraps that we have. So what does that mean? That means we might, I guess we could use some of the steno paper, just as kind of neutral. We'll get some pieces to work with. Yeah, so Friday I was done, like sent my final email out to the whole company and to the board, and then, like signed out of all my accounts, blah, blah, blah. And so, yeah, kind of a big deal. I don't know. It's been a long time, and it was not my intention ever to leave, and, but it was time. And so, and I don't have another job. I mean, I do. I have an offer I've signed. I'm just waiting now. And now it's this waiting period. And now I'm getting nervous. Like, what if I don't pass the background check? I don't know. Like, I don't know why I wouldn't pass the background check. Of course I'm going to pass the back. I've been fingerprinted more than most people. I'm just going to say that. And so, I always laugh because I'm like, I have to get fingerprinted again, but that's just the way it works. So that's fine. I have no problem with it, but you know, went in and did my drug test. I did my fingerprinting, and now they're just clearing my security clearance and background stuff. So it's fine. It's a waiting game. So it gives me, you know, a little bit more time to do this, but, let's see. Oh, what did we do Saturday? We cleaned, if you know, you know, And the other thing is, my husband has been working his tail off, but then other times he's like, home at 1 in the afternoon or something. And I'm like, right? Because I just, I feel bad being down here and like trying to create and stuff when he's upstairs and we could be spending time together or doing something like productive, right, for the house or whatever. So Saturday he was like, okay, we're cleaning the house. Well, and plus I've been in a funk. I'm not gonna lie about that. I've been in a little bit of a funk about probably the work thing, probably, the closure of that, the grieving of that, like all of that. It's normal and healthy. It's just, I've been in a funk because of my knee and my doctor saying no gym, which is not healthy for my mental health at all. And so I'm not going to finish this, you guys. We're at 46 minutes. Bah! So anyway, I went to PT twice last week. I went to see the orthopedic again yesterday, in fact. And he gave me the green light to go back to the gym. Like, I got to be very careful. But he's like, it is not worth, like, the damage you're going to do to your knee is, I mean, first of all, I really love him, but I mean, half the time I go to PT or to the chiropractor there or whatever, I've worked on, let's see, 1, 2, 3, this is my third body part that I'm there for. I'm like, just fix it. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to do whatever. I'm going to live my life. Fix it. Put it back in place. Do what you have to do. And they're like, okay. And so he is just like, it's not worth you not being mentally well. Like you need to go to the gym. And I was like, 10-4. And so we went last night. But yeah, so anyway, that's that. But and then unfortunately my dad has not been well and ended up in the emergency room over the weekend. Well, he should have gone in earlier, which he didn't. So that's been very stressful. And he actually came home yesterday, which is just a blessing. But yeah, not doing super well. So that is on my heart, of course. And I honestly, our trip to back east for my son is cancelable, or is that the right word? Like we got the insurance and stuff. If I don't go, like my husband will go for sure. If I need to fly home and be with my dad, I will. So that's kind of been on my heart there as well. Yeah. Life keeps coming, right? So, I can tell you what's going to happen. No, I'm not going to jinx it. I'm sure the day I leave, right? There will be emails from the new job. Like, you need to come in and do this, or you need to come in and do that. And I'm like, can't do that. Sorry. Got to email you. So I tore that the wrong way, you see, and if you tear kind of away, you get this wider. Now, sometimes we like that, okay, but not for this purpose. This paper is, okay, so that's the ripped edge I want, right? So we're going to then rip it this way. Okay, so we get the color, not the white, if that makes sense. All right, we'll add a little bit more green on here. Where? Here, right here. All right. So what else? The girl is traveling to Arizona tomorrow, for the championship tournament, which is super exciting. She's not playing, but that's okay. I mean, I honestly hope she doesn't play at this point. The only reason she would play is if the goalie gets hurt, and I would never, ever, ever wish that on any athlete. specifically these young college athletes. I cannot imagine, and I would never want anyone to go through what she's been through, ever. And so, yeah, but that's exciting. They get to go down there, and what else? The boys getting ready to race next weekend as well. Unfortunately, we can't go to both, right? Because the championships are on the same weekend. So we will go watch the boy race. And we're going to take some time down there. I don't know what we're going to do, honestly. I honestly wanted to like take a cruise, like leave and take a cruise, but that just didn't feel right, to be honest. And we decided that's not what we want to do. So we'll stay. We haven't even booked it yet. Like, we booked for the weekend. And then we'll wing it. That's kind of what we like to do sometimes. We being my husband. And he has worn off on me. And I am grateful for it, because I used to be like a complete planner. And so we'll research some things we want to do. There's a couple places I've looked at. I don't want to like change hotels every night or something. We're not going to make a road trip out of it. That's not what we're going to do. But if we want to spend another day with our boy, or if we want to, you know, we'll be flexible in that. And then I don't know. I don't know if we want to get like a little Airbnb and like little cottage on the beach to ourselves type thing, or if we want to kind of stay at like a bigger hotel place, if you will, that has nice restaurants and a spa. And I don't know. We'll just have to kind of see when we get there. We will also assess the mood of the boy and what he needs after the weekend, right? So, because that's our main purpose for going down. Okay, I'm going to flip it again just so my brain gets a little bit different view of things. So like with the letters, I ended up placing 3 of them kind of that way and 1 going this way. 4 going that way. And so I will add another one. I want to, do you see what I'm saying? They're either all going this way or all going this way. And I love this sweater, you guys, but I know the sleeves, I'm sorry, I keep trying to keep them out of the screenshot for you. Okay. So I think like this would be a perfect place for some. What I wanted to do is place them this way. So I'm looking for a little space to do that. Like here's one. We could do that. This paper is so nice. It's so thin. It rips so easily. Let's see. And I'd like to do, I mean, we have 2 and 2 and 2. They're really spaced rather nicely, if you ask me. I think we will, yeah. Okay. This one's fun because it actually has a little bit of human writing on it that someone wrote. I think that's always fun. Where did I tuck that? Down here? All right, we'll do it that way. That way the bearing of it, right? You're not drawn or think like one thing's upside down, or because again, we're not too sure how we're going to cut this up exactly. So I think I'm going to end here. I think we're close to an hour, and I know, yes, we're close to an hour. So that's where I'm going to end with you guys. I will show it to you when I'm done, and I'll just keep adding some stuff. But yeah, it's just a way to use up some scraps. I'm not in love with it. As you know, we're going to come back and make another one with like fall and festive colors to make some fall stuff for my journal for November. And I have to prep November's journal. I am taking it with me. We will be gone 10 days, and that is simply too long to not have a journal. I will not be able to like make any of that up, if that makes sense, when I get back. Like 10 days is too long for me not to document anything. So I will hopefully do a video of me packing my bag. It will be very small. It will be very minimal. And so like what I take on my trip. But I want to have something to glue stuff in as we're there. So I'm not 10 days behind, right? So All right, guys, that's it for me. This is just a little hot mess of a glue board for you, or a masterboard, or whatever you call it. What do you call these? Yeah, let me know your thoughts. What would you do with this? Tell me that. I'm planning on cutting it up, but what would you do with it? Yeah, let me know. All right, have a great day, and I hope you find something today that inspires you. Take care. Bye.